Picture this. A bill is moving through Congress right now that would require Filipino food companies to print an ancient script on their product labels. Street signs, hospitals, police stations propose to carry writing that colonizers tried to erase 400 years ago. This isn't a museum exhibit. This is happening right now in the Philippines in 2026. And it connects directly to a debate we started in our last video. Cebuano versus Bisaya, two names, one people. Today we finish that story, and along the way, we correct one of the biggest numbers we got wrong. Last time, we explained Cebuano as a specific language and Bisaya as a broader ethnic identity, like the difference between Portuguese and Latino. We ended on a promise, the story of Baybayin, the indigenous script nearly wiped out by Spanish colonization. Today, we deliver on that promise and go even further. Congress has been considering House Bill 1022, the National Writing System Act, which seeks to declare Baybayin the national writing script. The bill would require food manufacturers to print Baybayin translations directly on packaging labels. It would also require street signs, public buildings, hospitals, and police stations to carry the script. A related measure, the Philippine Indigenous and Traditional Writing Systems Act, passed the House by a landslide vote of 266-0 in 2026. Before we go further, let's rewind. Baybayin was an indigenous script used across Luzon and the Visayas before Spanish contact. It's often mistakenly called Alibada, but that name was actually a 20th century invention, not the script's real historical name. Each character represents a consonant-vowel syllable, fundamentally different from the Latin alphabet Spanish friars later imposed. Spanish friars first used Baybayin to print early Christian doctrine, but within a few generations, the Latin alphabet had replaced it almost entirely. Now here's where we correct ourselves. Last time we said Cebuano has more speakers than Tagalog. It's more complicated than that. The 2020 census shows Tagalog spoken in 10.52 million households, about 40% of the country. Bisaya, or Binisaya, came second at 16%, while Cebuano specifically sat at just 6.5% of households. So Tagalog is clearly the most widely spoken language at home nationwide. The honest answer depends entirely on how you count. Estimates for Cebuano native speakers actually range widely, from roughly 20 million up to nearly 29 million, depending on the source. Even at the lower estimate, it still outranks Italian, Polish, and Dutch by native speaker count. That part of our original claim holds up. Here's a twist we didn't cover last time. Older Cebuanos tend to favor Cebuano as a national language basis, but Gen Z increasingly favors Tagalog. This is the same identity tension from before, just playing out one generation later, inside real households. The Philippine Statistics Authority even launched a 2026 census campaign called Every Philippine Language Counts. The campaign itself admits Cebuano only actually led the national census once, back in 1960. Baybayin's revival isn't just legislative. Community calligraphy programs are teaching it as a living art form. Youth-driven initiatives are pulling students back toward the script, reclaiming pre-colonial heritage one stroke at a time. You'll now find Baybayin on tattoos, streetwear, and branding, heritage meeting modern life. So here's where we land. Cebuano and Bisaya are still two names, different scales, but the real census data favors Tagalog nationally. Meanwhile, the script both once shared before colonization is now, slowly, legally working its way back into food labels, signs, and classrooms. Two names, one people, and now, one ancient script slowly returning to all of them. If you caught the correction in this video, drop a comment. Tagalog, Cebuano, or Bisaya, what do you actually call your language at home? Subscribe for next week, where we dive into the 187 languages of the Philippines and why almost none of them are taught in schools.